Hey all, Glenn Kirschner here. Donald Trump is not much of a leader. I know that's not exactly breaking news. But there is one leadership position that I believe Donald Trump has earned and that he richly deserves. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But let's look at Donald Trump's lack of leadership on what are arguably three of the most important issues of the day facing our nation right now. First of all, the recent revelation that the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, is commissioning hits on our U.S. troops. Donald Trump has not uttered one word of condemnation of Vladimir Putin. Donald Trump has announced no sanctions to punish Russia for trying to kill our soldiers, paying Taliban forces to target our soldiers. Donald Trump has not said one word of comfort or support to our men and women serving overseas in uniform. What has Donald Trump said about the fact that Putin is commissioning hits on our troops? Well, he said it's a fake news media hoax designed to slander him, Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not a leader. How about one of the other most important consequential issues of the day? In fact, one of the most consequential issues historically to our nation. The issue of racial equality, the need for police reform, the Black Lives Matter movement. Has Donald Trump said a single word in favor of racial equality, in favor of unity? No. Lots of words of division, not a single word of unity, not a single word promoting racial equality. How about police reform? Has Donald Trump offered one single proposal to improve policing in this country? No. What about the Black Lives Matter movement? Well, what has Donald Trump said about that? Another tweet. Donald Trump says the New York City mayor is going to paint a big, expensive yellow Black Lives Matter sign on Fifth Avenue, denigrating this luxury avenue. And then he says, a symbol of hate affixed to New York's greatest street. Donald Trump is not a leader. How about the other enormous challenge facing our country at this moment in time? COVID-19, the coronavirus pandemic. Every day, our nation is reaching new record highs of coronavirus infections. Donald Trump says nothing about it. When he is cornered by a reporter and forced to say something, what is Donald Trump's plan to attack, to get under control this national health crisis, this pandemic that we are fighting? Here's Donald Trump's plan.
We're headed back in a very strong fashion with a V, and I think we're going to be very good with the coronavirus. I think that at some point that's going to sort of just disappear, I hope.
You still believe so? Disappear?
Well, I do. Yeah, sure, at some point. And I think we're going to have a vaccine very soon, too.
Speaking of COVID-19, Goldman Sachs put out a model yesterday saying that if there is universal masks, it would be a net positive for GDP. We know the IHME model says that if there were universal masks, that it would be beneficial, it would save lives. So if there is an economic benefit, sir, and there is a public health benefit, sir, why not go forward and say there should be mandatory masks all across this country?
Well, I don't know if you need mandatory, because you have many places in the country where people stay very long distance. You talk about social distancing, but I'm all for masks. I think masks are good. I would wear, if I were in a group of people and I was close.
You would wear one?
Oh, I have. I mean, people have seen me wearing one. If I'm in a group of people where we're not, 10 feet away, but usually I'm not in that position, and everyone's tested. Because I'm the president, they get tested before they see me. But if I were in a tight situation with people, I would
You
absolutely.
think the public will see that at some point?
I mean, I'd have no problem. Actually, I had a mask on. I sort of liked the way I looked. Okay, I thought it was okay. It was a dark black mask, and I thought it looked okay. It looked like the Lone Ranger. But no, I have no problem with that. I think, and if people feel good about it, they should do it.
So that is Donald Trump's plan to solve our nation's health emergency. The virus will just disappear. Donald Trump is no leader. Donald Trump is unfit to lead. He's unfit to lead the United States. He's unfit to lead a band. He's unfit to lead a parade. There is one leadership position that Donald Trump has earned. Beginning in January, a law-abiding president and a law-enforcing attorney general will have to undertake the largest criminal conspiracy investigation in our nation's history. All of this political crime and corruption will have to be investigated fully, fairly, ethically, honestly, apolitically in the grand jury. And the grand jury, as the conscience of the community, will be asked to return what I predict will be the single largest conspiracy indictment in our nation's history. And who will be the lead defendant on that indictment? That will be Donald Trump, because that is a leadership position he has earned. The lead defendant in the biggest conspiracy indictment of political corruption in our nation's history. And folks, justice is coming. Please stay safe, friends, and I look forward to talking with you all tomorrow.